Wait, notification. There we go. Okay. Boom. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this evening. We have a magnificent guest with us today, one who is going to give us some amazing information as well as inspiration, and that is none other than the incredible artist himself, No Slave Name. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam, sir.
This is an honor. And on behalf of myself, my family, and the viewing audience of the People's Podcast, we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. First of all, we want to get straight into it. Uh, when did you know that you had a love for hip hop and that you had the gift of being an artist?
I knew as I was young that I had a love for hip hop, but as far as knowing when I was an artist, I ain't come till I was later on, probably around 14. I was trying to rap, but I couldn't find my niche. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I wasn't from the streets. I'm from the projects, you know, I was born and raised in the projects, but I never hopped off the porch into the streets. And all the music that I'm listening to, I grew up on old school R&B. So that's why I got a lot of soul. You get what I'm saying? That's what I grew up on. So, you know, 90s, early 2000s, a little bit of the 80s R&B. That's really my genre of music. But it wasn't until I heard Brother Jasiri X, honestly. Brother Jasiri, it was brothers like Brother Jasiri X, Problem 13, and there's actually a gospel rapper. I remember his name. I seen him live when I was young. And I was like, actually, I'm sorry. When I went to church, I grew up in the church. They used to have this rap group in the church. They would take all the most popular songs and they would like make them into righteous songs. And I was like, man, I wish I could do that one day. But at that time, I ain't had no skill.
Okay, yes, sir. And
yes, sir.
Well, how did you go from being in the church to getting a very unique name like No Slave Name?
My father, you know, all praise due to Allah for my dad, you know, brother Sean Muhammad. So everybody know my name is Sean. I'm one of many Seans. I got my dad named Sean, my big brother named Sean, my name's Sean, my little brother named Sean. I got two sons named Sean, so we known as the Seans.
Okay.
And I got a lot more siblings. Yeah, but No Slave Name came from you know, my dad showed me Islam. He never forced us to be Muslim. I actually was like kind of laughed at it. It was a joke to me. It's like I'm a Christian, but I believe in Jesus, you know. And I really laughed. I'm like, man, I don't know what they talking about. But I heard the minister, and it's crazy because my birthday, by Allah's grace, my born day was on Easter this year, and the first time I ever heard the minister that I have knowledge of was on Easter, and I was mad because my dad wanted me to stay and listen to the minister speak rather than going to church. I was so mad because, you know, on Easter Sunday, it's lit.
Yeah.
You know, so I actually heard the minister, and I just remember saying, I'd never heard a black man sound like this ever in my life. Something different about him. So I didn't want to tell my brothers, but I was really interested for real. And that's how I fell in. And you know, Slave Name just came from when I started rapping, and we made a song, and it was like, what's gonna be your rap name? I was like, I don't know. And on Facebook at the time, I had turned my name to No Slave Name. I was like, I don't know. I don't got a slave name. I'm No Slave Name. So and they said No Slave Name. That's crazy. And it was that from there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
And Sister Miriam says, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Mimi, for watching, and thank you to our YouTube family as well. Thank you to everyone. We can't wait to upload it to YouTube, and we showing everyone who's showing No Slave Name. What type of R&B influences did you come up on? You know, since you said you came up on R&B more than you came up on rap.
Honestly, I can't even it's hard to even relate the R&B that I came up on to my music. I just my mom always played like Luther Vandross, by far one of my top artists. Hands down. Luther, that's my guy, you know. Mary J. Blige too. It's like Mary J. That's, you know what I'm saying? So it just, I don't know, it just came up. My mom's it was called Super Soul Saturdays. It's the radio station down here. We don't have a black station other than that Saturday station. So on Saturday, you know, you got the little old school stereo on the little stand, and you turn the music all the way up, and we got to clean the whole house on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
and no
I know
matter
about
where
it.
you walked around in the projects, every house, so we live in a project, so everybody door was open for the most part. Everybody playing Super Soul Saturday, so that's all you listening to.
Mm. And what area is this? Did you come up in?
So I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania, Lake Erie. It's in the lessons. You know what I'm saying? We working to
Okay.
establish a mosque right now
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Law's grace. So we in the process. We just got a building just a week ago that we'll start meeting. Not this week, not this Sunday, but next Sunday we'll start meeting. So by Law's grace, we working. We working. All praises due to Allah to
Okay.
establish something here in Erie, Pennsylvania. So I'm from Erie, and I'm from the project. I'm from 16th and German, 17th and German. Just projects on housing, man. Grew up. That's where I'm from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Erie, Pennsylvania. I've interviewed people from all around the world. It's the first time I ever heard somebody say shout out to Erie, Pennsylvania. So thank you for being the first guest on the
Thank you for
People's
having me.
Podcast, Pennsylvania. Yes, sir. It's an honor. All right, so let's get straight into it. Everybody, the streets been talking, Erie been talking, California, Japan, everywhere. People keep saying no slave name, bro. He got 16. He got 16. You got here 16. I said, let me hear. Let's see what we talk about.
All right, yes, sir, yes, sir. So it's a light 16, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Check. Look, word is born. I was lost. I was stranded in the fog, but now I'm standing strong. And if knowledge give you power, I was living wrong. Cause why it take me Ramadan to open my Quran? But when I did, I started to grow so much, know so much, but I'm woke too much to not teach my people. No matter what they try to tell us, we not viewed as equal. That's why we got to do for self and be a firm believer. But check, even when you start to feel low, oh, just think about your blessings and how far you can go. Oh, I be feeling undefeated because I'm up on the skull. I know the devil want my soul, but he can't have it no more. Oh no, hey, little bro, I see the pain in your eyes. You ready to quit, and now you feel like taking a life because they say you ain't. Man, that's really a lie. There's a God, and you're the sun. Just open your eyes and start to shine. Yes, sir.
Hey, okay, okay, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Beautiful, beautiful bars. And
Yes, sir.
thank you everyone who's watching and showing love. Brother Nelson Ramos says, "Assalamualaikum salam, beautiful
Like
Muslim family."
Swan.
Thank you, Brother Nelson, always holding it down, Massachusetts. Thank you for always tapping in. Thank you to Brother Musa, Brother Kente, Sister Host, the Auntie, everybody who's our YouTube family as well. Well, I want to thank you very much, No Slave Name. I wanted to ask you, you spoke about being a father off air. Can you let us know how many children you have and what advice would you give to future fathers?
By Allah's grace, I'm blessed to have 8 children. I got
Mm,
8 children. You know what I'm saying? It's a
mm.
blessing, and my advice is to really to follow the guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Don't don't like he's the best example, and it's trial and error. We're not gonna be perfect. We're gonna mess up. It's so much, but with the first child, I did so much things that I didn't with the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth, all the way down to the eighth. So it's just constant a learning process and striving to be better every single day. And don't be scared to take the examples of your brothers. You see somebody doing good, okay, all right, I could start doing that too. you know Praise be to
Yes, sir.
Allah.
Yes, sir. Well, I wanted to ask specifically now, somebody who I don't have children yet, but I'm always very nervous and cautious about being in the delivery room just based off of TVs and movies.
Right.
8 children, you right there holding the hand, you in there, you with the baby, you waiting a group. Like, what is that like seeing 8 children being born, 8 little yous? You know what I'm saying? What is that like? How did you handle that?
It's different. I
Mm.
cried for the first 6, and but I helped deliver the last 2. The last 2 I actually helped deliver. Like I actually
Mm.
put the gloves on and helped out. But it's just it's definitely no matter how much you prepare, it's like you can never be prepared for it. But just do the best you can. That's all I can say, because I know all the mistakes and things. I sleep on a lot of my mistakes, and they used to weigh me down. But at the end of the day, we're gonna mess up. It's all about striving for perfection and working on getting better every single day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what advice would you give to future husbands?
The lecture uh, by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Oh man, I cannot remember. I cannot remember the name of it right now. How to give birth to a God. I call
Yes,
it
sir. Yes,
marriage
sir.
2.0. Even
Mm,
though the title is How to Give Birth to a God, I call it marriage 2.0.
mm.
The minister breaks down, and there's so many parts of how to give birth to a God. There's a lot of parts to it, so you gotta listen. Not on YouTube, they say part 1 through 3 and all that, but that's just one lecture. I forgot how many exactly. I got it in the put up in a room. But you got to listen to how to give birth to a God. The minister breaks down so much about marriage. It is so deep and rich in knowledge. You just got to love and honor your wife. You got to, again, you're going to make mistakes, but you follow that example, the perfect example, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and how he treats Mother Khadijah. That's the type of man I want to be. And, I'm not embarrassed to say I've been divorced. You know what I'm saying? This is my second marriage. You know what I mean? So you're going to go through things and you're going to mess up, but Allah hates divorce, so you don't want to have to go through that. You got to follow that example, study, prepare yourself. You're never going to be 100% prepared. So don't like, oh, I'm waiting until I'm ready. You ain't never going to be ready.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to put your faith in Allah and be an FOI. If you want an MGT or you want a sister who's gonna be the right one for you, you have to be an FY at home, not just when you at the mosque. Be the best. The fruit is the best. Constantly training and conditioning himself to
Yes,
meet and
sir.
overcome all obstacles. That applies to everything in life, especially marriage.
Mm. Okay, you go deep. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful people showing you love. Thank you, everyone who's showing love all around. What are some things that you do to show your wife that you appreciate her? When like on a consistent basis. Like, what's like, put this on from somebody like a rapper like No Slave Name. What's something you do? You put the Luther on. Like, what you do? You got buy flowers, but we put this on.
All of that, but definitely one thing my wife taught me was gifts, thoughtful gifts. Now I thought, see, the difference is, see, I always would try to run to the store and go buy her something. And I'm mad, like I buy her things. I'm always doing something nice. She still don't be happy. Well, my wife, she taught me thoughtful gifts. A thoughtful gift is something she will actually like. So sometimes you don't gotta be, it don't gotta be physical. Sometimes you just gotta come home and say, hey, bet, go have fun. Go with your friends. Y'all go get your nails done. Here go a couple dollars. Cause she's stressed out about the children. You gotta look and see. You gotta know. You gotta have that third eye. You gotta know. Your minds literally have to be connected. You gotta know what's going on. You gotta spend time with her. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be going to spend money. It don't gotta be a fancy date. Spend time. Go walk in the park. Go talk. Connect. You know what I'm saying? Read together, pray together, of course. That's big, but pray together and then find each other's like what does she really like. I never liked it museums and stuff like that, but I found so much interest because I go to the museums and we looking at pictures, reading the description on the bottom. I
Yes,
like
sir.
to go
Yes,
to
sir.
theme parks.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Same here.
So it's
Okay.
just about
Speaking of theme parks, Hershey, Pennsylvania. How close is that to you? Like with the Hershey Park and all that. How close is that to you?
Hershey. So we all the way on the other side of PA, like Philly, Hershey, all of those are like 5-6 hours away.
Mm, mm.
So we're right next to. So we like, it's like I always call it like a tri-state. We're an hour and a half away from Cleveland, hour and a half away from Buffalo, and an hour and a half away from Pittsburgh.
Okay. Okay. Yes,
So we
sir.
right
Because
there in the middle.
I really want to go out there. I really want to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I saw it on one of my favorite TV shows, King of
Oh
Queens.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah. So you saying be balanced. So theme park for you, but then you gotta go to the museum for your wife. That's what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Keep it balanced.
Absolute. The one time check, she was pregnant. I think I forgot what it was. She went to the theme park with me, with the baby in a stroller, the whole day. While I rode every single ride in the theme park. That,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? She a soldier. She got my back like that. You know what I'm saying? And she was sitting there smiling like she enjoying the ride with me. And
Mm,
then
mm.
I go to the museums and I actually genuinely show interest. You get what I'm saying? But now I actually don't mind going to a museum. That was something I never wanted to do. We went on dates where we actually went to Barnes and Noble and
Yeah,
read
yeah,
books.
yeah. That's a good one. That's one of my spots.
You know what I'm saying? But I did. But before her, that's not something I would have did. So it's just about just finding each other likes, and you know what I'm saying, and being able to start finding interest in what your mate finds interest in.
Absolutely. Now, no slave name. Now we know Erie Project 16th, 17th German. Nigga, sitting with the bars. Blah, 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 blah. That's we got that. We got that side. But because father of eight, in love, holding hands, and all of that, are you ever going to drop some? Give us some Drake side. You ever going to hit us with the you know what I'm saying, the feelings? You hit us with the feelings music. You gonna make some songs about you and your wife. You gonna make love songs.
Well, I don't sing or anything like that. That ain't my talent. But
Yeah.
this album, mixtape, whatever it's gonna end up being, is actually the most heartfelt project that I ever did. It's called Hard Trials, Necessary
Okay.
to Establish Truth. Right
Okay.
now, I was actually working on an album called X Out My Last Name, but that wasn't the direction that I was ready to go yet, because my last project, it was Back to the Basics. That was me finding myself. That
Mm.
was me because I was lost. You know, the streets calling my name, you know, trying to be savage, trying to straddle that fence like the minister talked about. But Back to the Basics was me falling back in, getting back right with the law, and getting back to music for the reason why I made music, which was to help to educate the people, to teach the people while making music. That was the reason why I started. But I started listening to not rumors, but like whispers of people saying, you should make a song like this. You should rap off this beat, go crazy.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
wasn't me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So now I'm back, and now I'm back making music, teaching, but also, I'm gonna stay in this lane, then I want to say something.
Yes, sir.
Um, this project right here, Hard Trials, is actually almost every last beat on this project is a soulful beat, and
Okay,
almost
okay,
every
okay.
last one is sampled. So it's gonna be, you're gonna hear that other side. You know, you're gonna definitely see the softer side, the more loving side.
Yes, sir. Okay, for sure. And I'm just reading the comments. Um, Miss Lisa Wolford says, "Okay, nephew." Ashley Holloway says, "That's my man. All praises to Allah." And then Laban says, "Peace, family. Peace, Laban. Thank you all. Thank you for watching. To your wife and to your aunt as well." Yes, sir. Okay,
What's
so
up, family?
where do you have a date for the project? Is upcoming next season? What we got in the fall? Just get ready for it. You kill in the summer. What we
Insh-
doing?
Inshallah, it would definitely be out this summer, but I'm striving. I'm going for it next month, but if not, for sure, the following month. It'll be here this summer. It's going down for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you doing any video shoots and you coming to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, just hit me and we'll make it happen. Just we got to connect somehow for any
Listen,
of
we
the
can
videos.
we can make that. We can just make that happen. I'll pull up just cause
Yes,
we can
sir.
definitely make that happen. If you know people that's out there that we can make that happen, we can definitely do that. I perform my one of my biggest performance ever was at Savior's. I mean, not at Holy Day of Atonement in Atlanta.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
That
remember.
was
I remember.
that was one of my biggest performances, was out there in Atlanta. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I wanted to ask you, where can we get the music? Like, you gonna put it on YouTube? It's gonna be on Spotify. Like, how you gonna stream it?
So it's on every platform. Well, music streaming platform. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, all of that. It's also going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook, and it's also going to be on Instagram. It's going to be available on almost every platform. And it's no slave name across the board. It's No apostrophe slave name. No spaces. And you know what I'm saying? I watch I call them great ones, the stars of our nation. I listen to GC, Golden Child, who was just
Yeah.
on here, Brother
Yeah.
Neat, Sister Neelam, all of them. They inspired me. They inspired me to be better, to keep going. And even when I was done and people was like, you done rapping? So I ain't dropped the project in so long. But sometimes, like Rakim said in an interview before, he said, sometimes when you get writer's block and you writing and you can't write no more, he said, just stop and go live.
Mm.
Sometimes you just got to go live. So I had to go through life, and I got a lot to talk about and a lot to teach about too. All praises due to Allah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. And I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on the People's Podcast. Thank you,
Anytime.
everyone who's watching. And on behalf of myself, my family, and the viewing audience of the People's Podcast, this means a lot to us. Shout out to your family. Look forward
Yes,
to
sir.
connecting. Last question. I just saw you. FY uniform, performing on Facebook. You outside just killing it. How did that come about?
So I'm getting ready to get back into Freestyle Friday. So tomorrow I'll be dropping another one. Every
Okay.
Friday, just a little. This is called Freestyle Friday, but I write everything. Just know that my pen is for real. So I use that pen. It's nothing off top of the dome. It's only off top of the dome when I'm writing it down. So Freestyle Fridays is back. Expect a video every single Friday. It'll be another video with 16 or more bars. And I was for my born day, you know, I turned 30 on just Easter Sunday. And by Allah's grace, man, I'm so thankful. I just wanted to go to Mos Mariam. So me and my wife hopped in a ride. We went down to Mos Mariam. We went and visited Salam, the bookstore, and we just want, you know, to get the spirit. Sometimes when this world drains, you got to get recharged. So we just went back home to get recharged.
Excellent. Yes, sir. And your wife
And
said
I just want to say one thing. My biggest thing that I'm looking forward to is brothers and sisters in the nation getting to know who I am a little bit more. I know that if they heard my music, they would love it. I'm cold like that. I'm dope like that. And by Allah's grace. But as most of my support, like 80% of my support is from the streets. It's from mainly my city. I got fans a little bit around the way, but I don't think I'm even known that much in the nation. I would like to be. So, you know, all my brothers and sisters in the nation, I represent well. You get what I'm saying? Never. And I got the one cap rule. If you find me capping one song, I will never rap again. I will never rap again. I don't cuss in none of my music. There's no cussing in none of my music. All my music is clean. I don't cuss at all. So I encourage the believers to give me a chance and check out your brother No Slave, man.
Yes, sir. And on that positive note, this is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off for the People's Podcast. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for watching, family.